If you play on FPS, you most likely can ramp, jump, crouch, prone, aim down sights, throw a grenade. But even with that, you can't prone on Apex, you can't aim down sights with most of the weapons on Counter-Strike, you can't crouch on Paladins, and so goes on. In fighting games, it's the same story. Mechanics are on a game and aren't on others. A chatter and a story makes you like the game, but the overall mechanics are what make us coming back every time. And while I was playing the other day Split 2, I can't stop comparing to Apex Legends. So, I was thinking, what do I love on this game? Portals, of course. But I love these other things on Apex. So I make myself the same question with fighting games, because to be honest I'm such a softie on this area. I play literally any fighting game, but I can stretch my arm much longer here than in any other genre. With this idea in mind, here are my 5 not so universal but favorite fighting game mechanics of all time. 2 things to keep in mind, so you can probably throw me tomatoes on the comments. 1. Yes, they're in order. And 2. No matter how simple and universal this mechanic it is, it's still a mechanic, and the fact that it exists gives me some joy. And now, it's my turn to share this joy. Enjoy! Holds is one of the core mechanics on Dead or Alive. The idea is simple. You catch a limb and make them pay. If you never played DOA, let me give you a quick about it. We all know the classic fighting game rock, paper, scissors idea. Throw beats blocking, blocking beats punches and kicks, and the punches and kicks beat draws. Easy does it. Now, the holds in these games, and also on Virtua Fighter, which I don't want to open both games to record, got a specific rule. So long your feet are on the ground, you can do a hold. So, if I'm being attacked, even if I hold the block button or back, I can't block. But if I try to do a hold, which is a direction, and the block button, I can still do it. There are 4 different directions to do holds, or 3 if you pick the other side. I really love this mechanic. It's a great twist for the I can do a high read or a giant guess on whether my opponent is about to do on the offensive. Oh, it's just mashing punches. Easy, I'm going to do a medium punch hold here and catch him. Or, if your characters allow it, such as the case of May Rose, I'm going to twist them and attack them on the back. And if you are not mashing and you actually got a serious plan, I'm going to do 2 punches, they're going to do a hold because they are predicting a mash, then I'm going to do a throw, because throws beat blocks, and holds are blocks. And in this game, it's extra damage. What is more hilarious is, this isn't when I get the love of holds as a mechanic. Because yeah, this was my very first serious experience on DOA. But my original meeting with this mechanic was here. King of Fighter Maximum Impact A. Technically it was Maximum Impact 2, but you get it. The mechanic here works barely the same idea. See his move? Yeah, you can catch your opponent with this 5th extra button, called Sabaki. So it's almost the same, but in KOF style. I'm not entirely sure, but in the previous version of this game, it wasn't a dedicated button, and was instead back and leg punch together. So correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And if you are taking pleasure, I hope you give it a shot to a new Virtua Fighter and hopefully a new DOA. Because this is a game changer and you may love it as much as I do. Supers are a rule. There's barely any fighting game out there without a super. Since Tekken 7 there's Richard, on DOA 6 you also got a bar for this, and it's most likely any fighting game you think about got a super of any kind. Why? Because it's fun. In fact, try to remember a fighting game without supers is quite difficult. Hey, I'm not saying Virtua Fighter is bad because it doesn't have it. In fact, this game is awesome and you should try it. And if you're waiting for Virtua 6, I hold on that promise. But seriously, there are many types of super moves. Hit confirms, projectiles, lasers, command grabs, and none of them have me more than an install. If you're unaware, install supers, named like that after Soul Bad Guy Dragon install on Guilty Gear XX, is pretty much a transformation super. This is not damage, usually. This isn't secure at all, more usually, and it's the hypest thing ever. Let me introduce you to Dragonista properly. This is the original, sort of. Last version, same game. Dragonista should do this interesting animation. Oh, well, the fail looks different for a brief moment, but besides the red flash, I don't look transformed. Projectile. Anti-air. And flying kick. And now, this is Dragon Install. When I see that DP for the first time of my life, I was thinking this was a movie. It's like the dev says, turn Sol into a final boss, making hit like 100 times and uppercut the opponent to the moon. This moment was a no turn back. It was so high. And when you think, I hope they make it a bit more flashy. This is what happened on Guilty Gear XR. Same scenario. Fireball. Flying kick. DP. And now. No, that wasn't me. The music switches because the dragon install for the rest of the round. I don't care how easy can I get killed for doing this. You shall win is true hype and you are a hit confident way to meet God. For some people this is everyday life, but I must remember you all, I'm from Argentina. So chaos is in my blood and counters works really different there. So the name is implied, but it is the same. Someone does an Oopsie Daisy, the opponent lands a heavy attack, that's it. A song cue the scenario, and it's time to make a combo so long that it's going to make you open replay for the first time in your life and record it because that was too awesome. It's the best moment in your life to do that combo you practice so many times. Depending on the games, this scenario change, but you can imagine if you come from a game when the only way a counter does something hype is when you catch someone mid-jumping. And you can catch it again on a shuttle. Versus your Street Fighters, Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear and Metal Blood when you are supposed to go fancy. Some people hate this on Guilty Gear Strive especially. But I'm sorry, I'm all about the cinematic thing on screen happening. Back in the late 90s, with the release of Garou Mark of the Wolves, prequel to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, this mechanic is the brother of Street Fighter 3 Strike Parry. Yeah, we all see that clip 10 million times. Just defense is by far one of my most loved mechanics ever. It's simple, you just block, but better. On both versions, this nullifies chip's damage, heck, even heal you, and recover meter. Damn, I can make a whole video on this why just defense beats the strike parry for over 20 years. And I'll probably make it later. But if we go short of the reason this mechanic is that useful, it's because it's rewarding even with different variations. And the idea is the same. You just block in the last moment. Give me a small reward for being precise and my blocking. Unlike the famous parry, and no, Street Fighter 6, no, this is not the same, the way you do it with your hands is more important than the name, guys. Unlike the parry, there are many reasons in base why it's great. If you mess up, you get hit because you block wrong or you time it wrong, so you feel like, oops, my bad, I need to practice it again. If you do it by accident, you feel slightly reward. Hey, I did choose defense. Was an accident, but hey, I did it. That wasn't so hard. I should try to do it more often. If you actually do it a lot on purpose, you also don't get the reward of absolutely steal the round. It's just again saying, congratulations on not dying because you use the mechanics that saves you on this particular scenario. Your reward is resources. And on top of that, the fact that you should step back, which is the natural way of blocking on these games, is natural. Your sense follows the idea of the attack and think, attack incoming, is a projectile, is mid, hold back. Scratch that. Second off, projectile, mid, is far away, one hit only, just defense, reward. This mechanic can be found on Samurai Shodown, Idol Shodown, King of Fighter 15, Guilty Gear Plus, Blue, Grand Blue, and many more. I don't want to get the PNGs. It's so simple, but it's a great feeling of I'm not just blocking, I'm blocking really, really good. With this being said, there's only one mechanic alone even more than just defense, and not even the most tryhard Evo champion, training mode lover of all time, can refuse its value on a fighting game.
おにぎりの優れている部分は携帯性に優れ保存による劣化が少ないというところにもある時と場所を選ばず食器もいらないまた
Towns are easily one of the most cherished mechanics ever created on a fighting game. The game gave me a way to do something stupid. For comparison, in the Rogalati you got a button just to celebrate.
Rock and stone!
In Fortnite, 3 million dances. And in fighting games, we got Towns. Why? To show me more of my character. Some guys make the character do alternative moves while being idle, waiting you to dodge any button. But the Town is, without a doubt, the most loved mechanic ever. You see, if you ask any fighting game player what's the best route to pick a character, the answer can have variations like this is a grappler, this is a zoner, this is an all-around. But before saying that, who looks cool by your standards? After that, you see attacks, special moves, victory pose, etc. It's not about just the way your character plays, but it's an extra part of showing the player what the personality is all about. Is it good? Is it bad? Or the ugly? The game should give me more character and waste time and resources on giving me an animation and voice line to say, look at our character. Cool, right? There's also towns who are impossible to pull up on a fight unless your opponent leaves you to do it because it takes forever and you can even cancel the animation. This is Mai Shiranui, a Fatal Fury King of Fighter character. You can imagine what's on her head with the outfit, the supers, the combat style, and this is her town.
Hey everyone, get ready to feast your eyes on the most ravishing Shiranui fighter around. Thanks everyone.
If this is your first time meeting Mai Shiranui, you probably understand now why we love her. Towns can also do special features, like setting things up for actual in-game mechanics. The best scenario for this are Street Fighter T-Strike and Skullgirls Second Core. Here's a demonstration. Mari projectile is a dust bunny. Hops once and disappear. If you do a Town, the dust bunny keeps hopping till leave the screen or hit the opponent. In the now pricey fighting game Art of Fighting 3, the Path of Warrior, Towns reduce the opponent meter, which highly affects gameplay. In Guilty Gear Stripe, Town raises the opponent tension meter up to 10%. But there's also respect if you want to sound more friendly. And don't get angry if your opponent downs you. Maybe they want to screw your mental, but that doesn't mean your opponent is your enemy in real life. Maybe they just want to do a friendly salute to you. To finish this video, I got to call out one of the funniest towns ever, which is from Them Fighting Hearts. Why this town is so funny? Because to do it, you have to teabag your opponent. So yeah, they turn teabag is town for cowards into, oh, you want to teabag? We don't do that here. You have to taunt. Gracias for watching and I'll see you in the next fight. Hasta luego.
You disappoint me. Boom. Headshot.
Couldn't we just flip a coin?
Yeah! Fiddle-dee-dee!
Puny, like fighting a snowball. I'm here to kick names and wait, hold on a sec.